Somewhere right now, you're going to watch a stranger stub their toe on camera, and your whole body is going to flinch before you even decide to react. You don't know this person. Nothing happened to your body at all, but the real answer for why you flinch anyway is far stranger than simple sympathy. You'd assume pain only lives in the body it belongs to. Cut your finger, and only your finger hurts. That seems obvious. So, why does watching someone else get hurt light up something inside you that feels almost physical? Start with a discovery that happened almost by accident. In the 1990s, neuroscientist Giacomo Rizzolatti at the University of Parma was studying the brains of macaque monkeys, tracking which neurons fired when a monkey grabbed a peanut. Then something strange showed up. The exact same neurons fired when the monkey simply watched a researcher grab the peanut instead. The monkey wasn't moving at all. Its brain was acting as if it were. Rizzolatti called these mirror neurons cells that fire both when you perform an action and when you watch someone else perform it. Doesn't that already blur a line you probably assumed was solid? Watching and doing, at least to certain brain cells, aren't as different as they seem. For years, this discovery mostly stayed inside conversations about movement, grasping, reaching, imitating a gesture. But researchers soon started asking a bigger question. If your brain mirrors someone else's actions, does it also mirror someone else's suffering? In 2004, neuroscientist Tanya Singer led a study published in the journal Science that placed people in a brain scanner while a painful shock was delivered either to themselves or to their romantic partner sitting beside them. When the shock hit the participant directly, regions tied to the physical sensation of pain lit up, exactly as expected. But when the participant merely watched their partner receive the same shock, a significant overlapping set of regions activated too, specifically the anterior cingulate cortex and anterior insula, areas tied to the emotional felt experience of pain, not just its physical location. Think about what that means. You didn't get shocked, your nerves never fired. And yet, a real measurable part of your brain reacted as though something had actually hurt. Why would evolution build a brain that partially relives someone else's suffering? Neuroscientist Christian Kaisers, who has spent years mapping these shared neural circuits, argues this isn't some emotional accident. It's a survival tool, a creature that can predict danger by watching what happens to others without needing to personally get injured first, has an enormous advantage. If your ancestor watched someone else get bitten by a snake and immediately felt something visceral in response, they didn't need to get bitten themselves to learn the lesson. The pain of another became instruction, delivered directly into the observer's own nervous system. This is why you wince at a video of a paper cut, why crowds collectively groan at a bad fall. Your brain isn't performing polite sympathy. It's running a live simulation using circuitry built to make someone else's experience partially, briefly, your own. There's a limit to it, though, and the limit is what makes this whole system genuinely revealing. Singer's research also found that this shared response isn't automatic for everyone equally. It's strongly shaped by how much you relate to the person suffering, how similar, familiar, or sympathetic they feel to you. In a later study, Singer even tested this directly, having participants first play an economic game with strangers who behaved either fairly or unfairly, then scanning their brains as those same strangers appeared to receive a painful shock. Watching a fair player in pain triggered the expected empathic response. Watching an unfair player in pain triggered far less of it, and in some participants even activated reward-related brain regions instead. That's a strange, uncomfortable truth to sit with. Empathy, at the level of actual brain activity, isn't a flat universal reflex firing equally for everyone you see. It's closer to a spotlight, and the size of that spotlight depends heavily on who you consider close enough to matter, fair enough to deserve it, or similar enough to feel like an extension of yourself. This also explains something you've probably noticed without ever naming it. Why is it so much easier to feel the pain of someone in a story than a statistic? A news report listing thousands of people affected by a disaster tends to land flat, almost abstract. But a single specific face, one person, one story, one moment of visible pain can hit you instantly, viscerally, in exactly the regions Singer's scanner lit up. Your mirror system doesn't respond well to numbers. It responds to a face it can actually simulate. So the next time you catch yourself flinching at someone else's mishap, notice what's actually happening underneath it. That's not just kindness, and it's not automatic for every person you'll ever see. It's ancient machinery built long before language, still running a simulation of someone else's pain inside your own head, deciding, moment by moment, exactly how much of a stranger you're willing to let become you.